Let's go! How you doing, folks? How are you doing? Let's go! Oh my god, it's been a while. It's been a while. Have a look at something that I have not showed you in live yet. Give me a sec. Look at this. You have a new assistant in the family. There's a second chief happiness manager. This cat is a little menace. He's a little terrorist. He's an agent of chaos. That's fine. He's adorable. Yeah, he's starting to be big. He grew very fast. He's growing extremely quickly. Probably double up in size in just 6 weeks. Something like this. Anyways, hope you are doing well, folks. It's been a while since the latest live. I've been a bit busy. Let me talk about that while everyone joins. And then let's talk about the meat of the subject today, which is just the Rookies Award and all the mighty participations we got from the Artist. Today it's a very casual and relaxed stream. It's just to chill a bit and to celebrate the hard work of a lot of people. Holiday has been nice. We have the last class of the year, which is June's class, and then it's the summer break. Next class will be for September, and it's already half full, so it's going to be nice. But what I wanted to talk about before we start, I have announced that, I've mentioned that a lot, but first of all, just one thing. Just give me a sec. We have, you might have noticed that, but we have a new logo. Look at this. We have some new logo. It looks like a luxury brand now. Looks pretty cute, pretty nice. Love it. We're going to have some nice hoodies and such. It's going to be super duper cool. Let me show you very quickly. It's still some mock-ups from the brand designer, so it's not final. Oops, not this one. Where is it? Archive? There we go. It's not final, but we have the full brand design being done. It's just some preview. But yeah, it looks pretty fancy, I think. So for printables, cards, not a big fan of the portraits, but whatever. Tote bags, goodies, a lot of things. I think it's good. We went from that logo to this one. I think it's pretty faithful. I think everyone is eventually happy with it. And we are preparing some nice goodies pretty soon. Here we go. This is just some placeholder text, of course. I want that gift bag, etc. Anyway, so that's the first thing. We have a bit of logos. And there's one way where you can admire the logo of the Art Nest already, which is on the Concept 101 website. Because it just turned out that we happen to be the main sponsor of the event. Very surprising, knowing that there is Framestore, Asus, Supercell making tons and tons of money, and just me running a mentorship in pajamas turned out to be the main sponsor. I'm super happy with that. It's going to be nice. We are planning some crazy, crazy stuff at the booth. So if you are going to Concept 101, you're going to notice us very, very clearly. I think our booth is going to be very disruptive, not in the sense that we're going to be annoying, but we're going to definitely break the mold. Expect a lot of animation, a lot of goodies, a lot of preparatory module to be won, lot of amazing stuff. Maybe it says something about those big companies with big money. I could talk entirely about why it turned out that we are the main sponsor and those studios are giving a lower tier of money. There was some tiers of sponsoring. When I was in the call with Concept 101, I was just like, okay, what's the highest? And tell me how to pay. I'm going to pay for it. It's just that all the studios, besides having a booth, beyond that, they don't have that many incentive. And I would be pretty sure that to organize an event, if you get a great offer to those studios that is worth their money, you could raise 10 times the money. I explained that another day in the mentorship, but I discussed that with my mentor. He's a marketing director for a lot of big companies and entrepreneurs. And we did the math, and it would be easy to raise $500,000 for an event and have like 30 studios with just a good offer to studios. So it's not a promise yet, but I'm definitely considering eventually, maybe for 2027, 2026 is going to be a bit tough, but 2027, considering the option of eventually organizing the Art Nest event, especially now that a slot is available in Paris, now that IAMAG is gone. So not a promise, just some thoughts, but based off what we discussed with my mentor, it will be not easy, but entirely doable to create something absolutely massive. Will there be a video recapping the event? Yes, because there will be a filming person that is going to come with us and document everything. Expect a massive, massive video that is going to recap everything. And just to give you a little info, I was with a very good friend of mine who happens to be a YouTuber. He's a big storytelling YouTuber who made almost 1 million views on his first video. He's very, very good at storytelling videos. He was there at my home for the last 2.5 weeks, and he's going to supervise the documentary we're going to release. It's not that IAMAG is gone, it's just that it goes to Canada, and we are not sure there will be an event in Paris. So there is technically a slot in Paris. Anyways, so if you are going to Concept 101, grab our letters. We'll have some letters for you. It's going to feel like getting your letter to Hogwarts. You're going to get a lot of goodies, lot of value, lot of education, discounts on the preparatory module, potential discount on the mentorship, actually. And overall, we're going to throw a show. Be ready for that. We're going to throw a show. I don't want to tease too much yet, but we are planning some degenerate shit. And it's going to be so fun. Anyways, that's the end of the announcement. Let's start with the rookies. So, we are participating in the rookies that year, in the concept art category. We have technically a school page that is not done yet, but it exists. I have to fill it up. I will fill it up that weekend. But we got plenty of mentees who participated. We prepped that a few weeks ago. It took a bit of time. But basically, I pinged pretty much every mentee, and I was like, okay, guys, if you have less than a year of experience and you have at least a chapter to a chapter and a half of your portfolio done, I want you to participate. All right. And we got 20 submissions, which is fan-freaking-tastic. So today is just very chill. It's to celebrate the work of people that has been done. I'm extremely proud of you, folks. I'm not saying that enough to you, but I'm extremely proud of you, folks. It's fan-freaking-tastic. And with that being said, let's start. I think we have beautiful paging and presentation. We standardize everything. Everyone is having a logo, beautiful spaces like this. We spend a bit of time to review everyone's work one by one. It's going to be great. It's already starting to get some views. So I'm also making that video. If you are even though it doesn't mean that much because there is a jury, and actually there's an anecdote about that, is when I did the presentation at the rookies, I did one a few months ago. Initially, the rookies contacted me to be potentially a member of the jury this year. I'm going to share the link in the chat if you want. A few months ago, the rookies contacted me. We got in touch with each other for the first time, and they offered me to be a jury for the rookies this year. I refused because I was like, guys, I love the proposal. I would love to do that, but I want to participate. I don't want conflict of interest. So, first participation from Jake Whitlow. So, if you don't mind, folks, if you are on the Rookies platform, go just send them a bit of like, a bit of views, a bit of love. It doesn't change anything regarding the contest results, but I'm thinking that they deserve it because everyone works so hard, but they are so hard for this. So, yeah, time to present some mentees' work. So, Jake, here we go, from the United States with his Zorro in India project. Here we go. Let's quickly scroll through that. Beautiful keyframe to start the place. As always, we have the foreground telling a little story. Okay, there is tornado. Zorro and Dulcine just arrived there, and it's this kind of let me show you the world and type of moment similar to Aladdin, discovering the hideout of Zorro. Little call out, tons of props. Here we go. Beautiful props, the 3D is broken, VFX design, modular kit. Of course, we can zoom on them. The UI of the rookies was by default. You cannot personalize that much, of course. Here we go, beautiful spacer. Bit of customization, you can have some love nest, etc. That's pretty cool. Props is, here we go, house tree surveillance. Pretty nice. Also, this is the equivalent of one chapter of a portfolio. So of course, this is not what I would advise to do only to get a job. You will need to do a bit more. And some mentees, they have joined more recently than others. So not every submission will be equal in terms of quantity. But we had that rule of quality above quantity. I wanted at least one chapter of the portfolio done, preferably 1.5. And I wanted everything to be verified and validated. I didn't want anyone to submit some work in progress or stuff that has not been verified. Here we go. So that's for Jake. Round of applause. Here we go. Your comments. Let's move to Jess. The live will be saved, of course, of course. I'm taking a massive risk right there showing that. I think some mentees are going to perform very well. Like, to me, Jess, you are a heavyweight this year in the competition. You are an OG mentee, so you got more time to do some stuff, of course. But I hope karma is not going to slap us in the face, but I think we should be doing pretty well. We are doing well on the market already. We are doing well with studios. Everyone likes us, except a few haters on LinkedIn. Of course, we do not like a good meme, but studios overall like us. We have a lot of trust from studios. I recently remade at least started to revamp the website. Here we go. It's a work in progress, but a lot of studios are starting to trust us or to trust the mentees there. So I think that's okay, you know. So Jess, heavyweight. I have high expectations for you, Jess. I think you're going to do great. A lot of floor, beautiful spacers. I mean, you have seen the work of Jess. I've been sharing it a zillion times already, but goddamn, it's great. Face is beautiful. Full turnaround, unclothing, tons of explanation to explain how it works, costume design, tons of drastically different iterations, dynamic poses, amount. You put back the orange background. Yes, finally. Here we go. Beautiful paging again. I think a few months ago, in one of the very first streams, we analyzed the work of the winners of the rookies, and this analysis drove us to do this kind of paging too. Because I remember I was looking at the work of Sara Hermelin or Regine Wellander and all the crazy good kids from New Age. Their submission this year is fantastic too, don't get me wrong. It's just that, for example, Sara and such, it was really looking like it will be printed in an art book. And the mindset we got for every mentee's submission is make sure that whatever you do looks and feels like it could be printed in an art book. I would love to make an art book for the Art Nest every year. I was supposed to make one last year, but didn't have the time. I want to make one that year. It would be fantastic to make one every year, just like New Age does. We're going to figure that out. So we are already planning the paging and such. So Jess, heavyweight contender, no question asked. We have the little creatures, tons of expression, great design centered around one main ID. It's really, you know, this kind of thing that I'm talking all the time in the mentorship. One character, one archetype, one function, one flavor element, and one anecdote. And the flavor element right there, we have the archetype of that old grandpa. One function is fishing. One flavor, it's with seagulls, and one anecdote, it looks like is a bit crazy, you know. Here we go. Pretty good. Another great spacer. Some monsters now. Sketches. Some NPCs. Props. More NPCs. Nice little thank you. Oh, that's cute. Here we go. Always think about the user experience. Like, it doesn't cost that much to make a little banner like that, and people will smile when they see that. They will appreciate the little gesture. It costs nothing, but you end on a good feeling, you know. Plus, it's very cute. So, yeah. Yeah, pages is considered as a criterion. So it's very important. It's extremely important. Like paging, I cannot emphasize enough how paging is important. It's not going to... I was about to say it's not going to get you a job, but it's false, you know. You have bad work, bad paging, nobody gives a crap. You have okay work, bad paging, it feels bad. I think that's at least what I did with the mentees. I don't know if I did that publicly, but because it might sound a bit disrespectful and there's no intention in that. But I remember we picked the rookies winners from 2024 in concept art. Okay, winners. I remember we picked the first winner, so Tan Yun Ki. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. And I remember I picked the work there and I removed the background and I put it on a gray background with nothing. And it was downgrading the perceived value of it so much. Rather, it looks clean, looks beautiful. Look at those things. It's great. The font is beautiful. Everything is coherent. It feels like it's an art book. I think I picked that page. You put it, you remove the paging, you just pick the content, you put it on the gray background. It's not feeling the same. It's feeling not so great. And I don't mean that to be really disrespectful, but it's just to show you that a good paging, you have okay work, good paging is going to look nice. You have good work and good paging is going to look absolutely stellar and premium. So it's paging is extremely important. It shows that you care about your work, and people reviewing your work, they're going to be like, if that person doesn't care about their work, they will not care about our work too. So why hiring that person? If on the other side you look like you care, that you are protective and a bit precious about your hard done work, they assume you're going to be precious and careful about it too for the studio. You're never going to have paging like this in a studio unless it's for an art book. But for a portfolio, this is not production work, this is an exercise, and this shows respect. And this also commands respect because you spend the time to show that you care. It's very, very important. And this was a non-negotiable for every single mentee. Paging had to be flawless. Let's move to Elena. There you go. Few years of experience as a 2D artist, etc. I think Elena, you checked with the rookies and it was okay for you to participate. Normally the rules of the rookies, it's either 1 year of experience in the field that you are contending in, or else you can have up to 3 years in adjacent fields. Here we go. About Sonia the Golden Hand, which is a famous thief from Russia, if I recall correctly, with a lot of myths. So yeah, a lot of sliders. Those sliders, you need to use them to kind of animate the thing. You see right there, it's very well done. This free picture, it feels like it's animated. That's pretty cool. There we go. That's for character design. You have the different VFX. This character is slightly ghostly. Fake screenshot. There we go. Just to show some UI and zoom. We know which type of game it's for. I cannot emphasize enough how important fake screenshots are rather than keyframes. And right there, another little fake screenshot. Boom. Animation for an attack. That's pretty cool. Fake screenshots do not have to be clean or super duper polished. It's just there to tell the reviewer, okay, this is the type of game I'm designing for and this is what can be expected. It's not a keyframe, it's not cinematic. So you can leave it pretty sketchy like this. it's fine. It conveys everything you need to know. That's how you see the character. You need a focal point right there, which is the belt. Here we go. We have the belt, we have the gun, we have that triangle and those shapes acting like focal points. Even the head is acting like a focal point. Everything is smart, you know. You can do those for turnarounds. Here we go. This way you have all the information conveyed in one page. Right there. Unclothing, full clothes, materials, front view, back view, alternate color, unclothing every side. All the sketches paged together. Very good. Same right there, some little color swaps. More stuff. Props. There we go. And some slight walking progress right there, but it was already presentable for another character. Drastically different proposals, not just the same one with always the same stuff. Here we go. Owls and seagulls, you are the best. I love it. Here we go. Nice. Next one. Albin. I think Albin, unfortunately, participates under the banner of the Game Assembly, which is his school in Sweden. But he mentioned us, so thank you so much, buddy. I know you are tied to your school, but that's fine. I'm extremely proud of you. I think you got an internship in a big studio that I should not disclose, but I'm very, very happy with you. Your work has been nothing but spectacular, especially the level up. I think I shared some of his level ups before. Let me show you. I'm building like entire folders of before and after. I think this is very important. Albin, look at that. Nope. Before, after, please. This stuff. There we go. Look at this. This is before the mentorship. This is after the mentorship. Yeah. Pretty cool. So yeah, pretty good character. You see, even for those doing post-apocalyptic modern military, this is how you can do it originally. Like, do not go for some Last of Us crap and things like that. Nothing against Last of Us. I'm a gripe with everyone trying to clone The Last of Us. Whether it's post-apocalyptic, the pitch is an apocalyptic volcanic eruption has shrouded the world in darkness. To escape the extreme cold, people gather and build a settlement near the heat where the event first started, seeking its warmth and light. So, how do you deal with obscurity? How do you deal with cold? How do you deal with lava? Here we go. Now you have an interesting settings. I've seen you post this project on LinkedIn. Very impressive. Yeah. And I'm going to make posts. I'm going to program posts on LinkedIn for each and every single of the mentees. So expect a lot of mentees' work being shared that summer. I'm going to program all of them. I'm currently working on programming all my posts for the summer because I'm going to take a break, but I still want to be active. We crossed the 20,000 followers, by the way, on LinkedIn. All right. Hello, Dave. So, main character. There we go. We have the turnaround, all the infos we need to model it. We even have some layers right there because that jacket is very layer heavy. So right there it works. We have some clothes for extreme cold, clothes from extreme heat. Everything is anticipated for the character. There we go. Face, drastically different iterations. Same right here. Same for this guy. I love that lady's design. It turned out so freaking well. The character design for this one is so freaking good. Love it. All right, and a little gameplay mock-up, of course, to show which type of game it will be for, similar to Gears of War, Horizon, Last of Us, etc. Again, no need to make it super duper polished, but it sells the gameplay very well. You can have the cover, you can climb, you have the map, you have some people, you have some prisoners, you have to sneak around, you have to kill those guys, you have some UI. Again, it's a mock-up. We are not UI designer. It's just thought about for the real UI designer to expand on that. At least you are showing the idea overall. I love those NPCs. The level up in terms of drawing has been spectacular between this one and this one, while still being coherent. Great job. Beautiful role for the lady. Enemies, pretty cool. Pretty good variety. Good personality. The lava worshipping cult where they have to sacrifice one of their limbs to the volcano to win some potential favor. Every single design that you see right there, it's a different proposal. That's very important. You're not orbiting around the same idea. Okay, like a whip. No. Every single idea is different. That's how you spark some happy accident. And of course, the rendering is more than enough for realistic production. No wonder you got your internship. And I have no worry at all about the next of your career. Tell me when you start, Albin. I really want to announce that. Next person, Luca Marsy. Spectacular level up too. Let me grab it. I think it was on Discord in the before after. Yeah, we have a channel for the before after, and I'm making it kind of mandatory at the end of every project to make some before after just to realize how much they level up. And this was Luca before the mentorship. This is after the mentorship. Before the mentorship, after the mentorship. Before the mentorship, after the mentorship. Like the level of complexity is insane. Like the difference, it was just a cube. It was already pretty nice, don't get me wrong, but it's simplistic. It's very mobile game feeling. Right there, look at how complex this is. Holy crap. Even with the characters. Style is a bit different, of course, so it's a bit harder to compare. But night and day still, in my opinion, in terms of functionality, goodies, rigging friendliness, breaking the symmetry, making the character a bit more story heavy with a bit more personality. Like right there, this one is a bit too clean. Right there, you can really tell the personality of those guys. Hello, Chris. Same right there with those props. Those were already pretty nice, don't get me wrong. Those are pretty cool for this kind of Inuit culture. No, don't kill the penguins, no. -1 point for that one. You don't kill the penguins. And those ones, very good. And of course, you want to add value in picture very easily. Add a cat and tell yourself what will the cat do in that situation. You will always add a bit of value right there. There we go. Always add a cat that is drunk right there. And you see, even when you are presenting props or little bits of environment, add some story, you know? Like it tells so much about what's happening right here. I love that page. So great. For the sketches, here we go. Here we go. For the press, like, oh my God, this is night and day. And this is functional, you know? This could be rigged. You have all the arrows to explain how it works. This is almost like a mechanical engineering level. And the 3D team needs that. Sure, they can figure it out on their own, but it's some time that they lost. It costs you a few minutes to put a bunch of arrows and you save them hours. Yeah, you should be redeemed because you have arrows. But little warning, do not hurt the animals. Do not hurt the penguins. Penguins are allied to the seagull and owl gang. We need the penguin cult now. There we go. Very good. But it was before the mentorship. You redeem yourself. Beautiful little spacers. Fake screenshot with the little walking progress right there. See, you can start very simple in 3D. You don't have, especially when you do stylized work, you don't have to make a crazy scene. Just lay out the color and the lighting and boom, you're done. I love that one. It's one of my favorite pages, and those sketches are phenomenal. So good. Again, with little anecdotes of drunk people, the cat about to search for the mouse. Look at how many anecdotes there are. That's already something I showed a lot, but when you design props, design it like a diorama and give some story to it. Because this is going to be used to populate the scene. You are answering the besides just answering how does it look, you are also answering how does it feel, how does it sound, how does it live, how does it play, what is it special about that? You're anticipating so many needs from the 3D team and the level art team with just a few sketches, and you are saving them hours and tons of back and forth with the art director. Because let's assume you don't have that cat and that mouse or those drunk people or all those anecdotes. The art director might validate that. Then the 3D team does that. And then you have to have a meeting with tons of people who don't want to be in a meeting to define what do you do there. And then you need the art director to do back and forth and review stuff, etc. And everyone loses time. While if you just take a few extra minutes to sketch those, the art director can validate that. There's no need for those ugly ass meetings. And everyone is happy. And everyone knows what to do. Here we go. Janice, you know, it should inspire you. I know that sometimes it can be complex inducing. Join the grind set. I know you are joining already. Ask for tips. I'm pretty sure if you contact Lucas, he will be willing to give you a few tips. That's the goal of the mentorship. The mentees are kind of approachable, and we are not holding the knowledge. Everything I'm sharing right there, not in that stream, but in the other ones, it's things from the mentorship. I consider that the knowledge is free. All I'm setting is my time. And that's an awful lot of time with the follow-up and the time of the extra mentors now. Knowledge, you have it for free in the mentorship. And I'm pretty sure you could contact the mentees. That's it. Join the feedback session. I mean, there's a reason our Discord is curated and so qualitative. There's mostly, at least the active people on the server, they are very serious people. We don't have trolls. We don't have weirdos. They get banned like without even a notice, you know? So we hold everyone to a high standard, and collaboration is very important. That's something we foster a lot in the mentorship. It's like, guys, that's something I said the other day in a call with someone regarding that website. We find you, we train you, we place you. It's a bit like this kind of a John Wick thing. Is it John Wick? No, it's Taken, sorry. With Sam Neeson. But let's talk for a second about the we place you. It's not a promise yet, but it's something that is coming to the table progressively. It's that studios, every time someone joins a studio, I'm getting in touch with them. It's like, hey guys, do you like working with that person? Okay, cool, nice. If you have any other needs, send me a DM. Maybe we can find you someone so you don't have to write a LinkedIn post or scout for talents. And my goal, middle to long term, by that I mean by next year, is to have maybe 50 studios that we can pick into for the job offer. And it's not out of pure charity, is that every time you place someone, every time you do a talent acquisition job, you get a little fee. You get a little bit of money. And my goal, ideally, is that the mentorship, you join, so you pay once. And if you are hardworking, you stay there forever, potentially. You just have to pay once and do your portfolio. If you find a job on your own, fantastic. Otherwise, we are searching for opportunities for you and we place you and we can take a little cut without hindering your salary. It's the studio paying an extra. This way, it makes it sustainable. You work there. If you stay there, fine. If you finish your contract, you come back and we place you again and take another cut. So it's mutually beneficial to work together for as long as possible. And on a capitalistic business standpoint, this is also where the most money will be. So the goal eventually is to foster that network and to have collaboration. None of the mentees are competing with each other. You're going to look at Lucas. You're going to look at the work of, for example, Axel, which we're going to see a bit later. one could argue they are competing with each other. I would argue they could make a studio together, you know? Like an agency of artists, exactly. The goal of the Artnest for 2026 is to become an agency. And by agency, I mean, there's a problem in the industry is that when you have a talent agent, which is mostly in the US, in Europe, you never heard about agent. The problem of the agent is that they are only defending the artist and they are going to try to milk studios. While recruiters from studios, they are going to try to milk artists. The goal is to find a middle ground that satisfies both parties. It 100% beats a union. It's 100% beats a union because it's control, it's based off trust, and there's no lobbying implied. It's just saving everyone's time. This is for another discussion, but this was just to open up on the goal of the Artnest for next year is to become the talent agency. I'm going to talk extensively about that at Concept 101. And the fact that we sponsor Concept 101 is also part of the plan, you know. If Concept 101 goes at least half as good as planned, we are touring in every event in Europe. Be ready. Like a rock band. It's going to remind me of my metal concert days back in the time. According to Keikaku, exactly. All right, so tons of mechanism, explaining how things work, press. We're starting to have a lot of presses across the mentorship, so I'm going to ban presses in the future. Otherwise, every time they will see a press, it's like, oh, you come from the Artnest because you designed a press. Beer tank. I mean, look at those designs. There's nothing to say. It's so fucking good. Look at that. Everything is functional, or at least believable. Makes sense. There's nothing redundant. The way the trees are scarred is different all the time. There we go. Those little flowers, pretty cool. Few characters with the little turnaround, the materials, etc. Here we go. Lovely and always funny. Exactly. You can sense that Lucas was having fun doing that. Yeah, and Lucas made them extremely quick. This is impressive. Next, Mary. Realistic character design. Pretty good, pretty functional. We have the turnaround, we have the full character of this kind of dwarven character. Full turnaround, clown pass for all the materials, the important patterns being done there. Mary, I'm repeating myself. You need to trust your drawing more. Drawing is the solution. Drawing is the solution. You know how to draw. Here we go, a bit of layering for the complex parts. A few extra characters. Sketches. Weapons. The character. There's a cat again. Always put a cat. Very good. The layering. Different clothing. Different weapons. There we go. And this is a project prior to the mentorship in order to flesh out a bit the submission. Pretty good. Pretty good. Mary, you need to trust your drawings. You know to draw. It's going to be faster and easier than photo bashing or 3D. I can guarantee you that. Next person. Another heavyweight. Chloe. Chloe and Gaël. You need to pick a name to pick a name together and present your work as a mini studio. Because your work is interchangeable in terms of style and settings. One of you is doing character, the other is doing environment. You need to present yourself like a common entity. It's going to increase your credibility so much. And because the two of you are working together, while one of you is working on the portfolio, the other one can search for a job and vice versa. Collab together. All strong together, you know. I'm going to grab Chloe and I'm going to grab Gaël just after, just to prove the point, but you're going to see a lot of common points. So King Arthur, There's some wild magic that happened that turned the knights into demons, chasing the dragon, etc. So this is Lancelot fighting the dragon, a bit of wild magic. Fantastic rendering. Fire, rather water in that case, but exactly. Fantastic turnaround, super straight to the point. There's no need for more than that if you have the proper material. Let me explain why in that situation you don't need more rendering than this. I got you. Let me explain why there's no need for more than this. It's because this part is rendered and you can clearly see the materials already. So based off that one, you can assess the materials there. So you can save so much time by just having line drawing like this, and the symmetry is broken, etc. There we go. Chloe and Michael's, and yeah, I wish I had news from Michael. I don't know where is Michael, but needs to apply, needs to get a job. There's no reason. I wish Michael applied. He would have been a heavy contender. Nice fake screenshot right there. I saw that you adjusted the volumes a bit of the contrast. This is better. Oh, you did not adjust the sword. No. That's fine. Don't worry. That's okay. Bit of markings right there, just to indicate the type of gameplay we got. Tons of research right there. Boom. Look at how many drastically different iterations we have. We have 7 right here. 6. This one is redundant. But still, that's a crap ton of them. That's how you do proposals. I love that one. I want this one to be rendered, Chloe, eventually. I love those handwritten notes. Those are pretty cool. I know that not everyone is blessed with a good handwriting, but when your handwriting is beautiful like that, put a bit of handwriting here and there. It's great. Beautiful costume design. Drastically different iteration. You see, we are starting right there. Okay, can you render? Yes. Do you understand production? Yes. Do you understand which type of game you are designing for? Yes. Okay. Now that I have that, please tell me you can do iterations. And it's not just the final result and we don't see, oh, okay, you know how to do design. Okay, you know how to do costume design. If this one was placed before, we'll be like, can you pose? Is it what you call iteration? Initial proposals? But because we did that before with different poses, body shape, and everything drastically different, box ticked. Now you can afford to have costume design with the same pose. It's a matter of context and order, you know? Content is important. It's there are 2 ways of communicating, you know, with a portfolio. You can communicate covertly and also explicitly. When you communicate explicitly, it's like boom, it's like a statement. But you need also to communicate covertly by showing you anticipate what they need. Okay, so explicit way of speaking, look at my fancy character. Covert message, I know to render, my character is presentable, here is the gameplay, here is everything you need to know about the character and the materials. Explicit communication, here is a turnaround. Implicit or covert communication, I understand what you need for the 3D team, here is costume design, here is the material, I get it. Explicit communication, here is a fake screenshot / a keyframe. Not the most important. Covert communication, this is the type of game I'm designing for. Explicit, here are a bunch of characters. Covert communication, I know how to propose drastically different stuff. I know how to pose character. I know how to play with body shape, with different costume. I'm not one of those weirdos who pick the same character and just change the belt and calls it a day. This one, explicit communication, oh, that's just a bunch of iteration that are a bit more minor. Covert, now that you have seen those broad exploration, I'm being more specific and I'm doing some costume design too. You see what I mean, folks? Those 2 layers of communication, how important they are, how it is important to dive into the mind of the reviewer. I cannot emphasize that enough. applying to studios, it's not a binary process. It's not something like the, you know, the Rick and Morty stem card meme? This one, like that little thing. Oh, this is the time I made a fancy keyframe. I should be entitled to a job. Nope. This is about the subtext. And yeah, Gardeur helped us a lot on that. Like just the anecdote. I came a bit too overly confident at IAMAC that year. With character, it went well. With other studios, it went well. But then I came to Gardeur, and I took an absolute beating for everyone. I took 1.5 hours worth of beating showing the mentees work, because he knew I was not the person who made that. I was the teacher. So he was very blunt and very violent. People at IAMAG, when you saw me come out of that review, you knew I was not feeling well at all. Really felt like I took a beating. Took a day or two to digest, but they helped us level up so much. So Gardeur, I'm forever grateful to Gardeur, especially Kenny. Kenny, I want to make an interview with you. I know you don't like that, but if you ever see that message, thank you so much. I love you so much, man. This has been eye-opening. And I'm pretty sure if you were to see that work, now you will like it and you will see that those expectations that were missing are now applied. And thank you so much for having leveled up us. You brought a tremendous value to the Art Nest. Yeah, Gardeur Studio. Fantastic gameplay. Like right now we are really focusing on the gameplay so much. Before it was just story, now it's gameplay first. Showing VFX, how to play, what's the field of view when you fight with the chromatic aberration, the lens vignetting around it, beautiful props, emblems, nice banner. That dragon will need to be corrected in terms of anatomy. Of course, we talked about that, Chloe. But still fantastic. We did some adjustment to explain how the parasite works. This is so good. When was the last time you saw that on a station? This is so good. You know how to draw. Hello, Bouiton. This is so freaking good. And that orc, oh my god. This is not my picture, but this is a picture that I hold so dear to my heart. Like the level up that Chloe did is insane. The level that Chloe did on that orc was insane. I think I already told the story. But before, after, old. I don't have the initial orc. But when I'm showing that picture and you see there's just a month, I'm not joking. I know it sounds too good to be true, but I'm not joking. This is archived in the mentorship. Because Chloe arrived on the first session of February 2022 mentorship with a sketch of that orc. And I don't have it anymore. So Chloe, if you watch that video, send it to me back. This way I can make that comparison again. And I don't want to scan through all Discord discussion. It's not good. But send it back to me if you still have it. Because it was just a sketch. And it was during the first session. And we were like, okay, how much time did you spend on it? 8 hours. Okay, what about spending 50 on it? I know it almost looks like a fucking scam. Okay, give me a sec. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Please. Chloe. Let me scan at the very, very, very beginning. I have it. Oh no, I just have this. Okay. Better than nothing. Oh, there's a GIF. Okay. Everyone who said it's a scam, I'm going to shut you down immediately. Look at that. There's a GIF. Okay? We stopped there at stage 2. 1 month. And just accepting, and just Chloe accepting to not call it done after 8 hours, and instead pushing through a bit more. There we go. This is not a scam. This has been sent on February the 14th, 2024 at 3:22 a.m. in the morning. Here we go. But that level up is insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I did not notice that. This is what she sent. 8 hours in, 50 hours in. The design evolution, it looks subtle. There's so much more personality and storytelling. That picture is so important to me and for the artist. It's so important. And so many people on LinkedIn have been calling it a scam. To everyone who say that, boom, headshot. There is no secret. There is no shortcut. And that picture is important because the only difference between this and this is accepting not calling it done when you are tempted to calling it done and pushing through. And that's a message that a lot of mentees do not realize until they start drawing, after we are done with the research of the first 3 weeks, is that you can already do that. You just never tried to do it. But you already have the level to do it. And a lot of artists, they are way, way, way better than they think they are. It's just that they drop out way too early and they fail to ask themselves the right question. There's no secret between this and this. There's no trick. There's no black magic. There's no tutorial. There's no secret that is inaccessible. It's just asking yourself the right question and spending a bit more time than what you usually do. And I think it was worth it. Yeah, the first hurdle is often misunderstood as the finish point. Yeah, definitely. That's why we are there in the mentorship to hold you by the collar and tell you, no, it's not done. I didn't hear a ring bell. There we go. Having fun. Those food pieces are so fun. More things. Gotta keep pushing. Here we go. I want to play at your D&D table, Chloe and Gaël. I want to play at your table. This is so cool. I want fancy illustrations like that for my character too. But I'm a GM, so I have tons of characters. You need to do more propsies like this. Those are so cool. Very Elden Ring of you. Looks like the trinket you get from Malekith. And yeah, you don't need another tutorial on how to render. You are not one tutorial on rendering or one Blender gimmick away from getting a job. This is like the biggest slide of today's day and age in the industry. It's like, buy my tutorial about how to do that fancy stuff on Star Wars and you too will be able to work on Star Wars. No. Look at the video from Antonio from Outward about considering buying the mentorship. I just noticed before launching the stream that Adam Duff answered to that. I want to watch that video. If you want to have a watch party just after the live, go on the Discord. We are watching that video. I'm having some expectations that I will not mention publicly. And I want to see what Adam has to say. Because to me, Antonio said it all. And this is like the red pill of mentorship. And honestly, when he released that video, like Artward, YouTube, when Antonio released that video, this one, Sorry for the translation, but do not buy another mentorship without having watched that video. That's roughly the name. When I saw that, I was like, oh shit. let's go to the purgatory and let's see. And at the end of the video, I was like, whew, we're good. We're good. And yeah, I want to know what Adam, I know that Adam replied. I also made a comment one way or the other. I don't know where it is. But I know that Adam replied. I'm pretty sure he has tons of things to say. And if you want, folks, just after the stream, we are watching that together. It's like a 37 minutes video. Sorry for the tangent. All right, so Chloe's walk is done. Very good. Gaël. Same logo, same universe. We talked about that picture a lot, so I'm not going to ramble and explain how good it is in terms of storytelling again. But you start with that picture. The covert message is, hey guys, I get it. You won't get a shitty-ass keyframe. You get the meat. You get the substance, you know. Keyframe later, let's have fun. But I get it about what is expected for environment. I know how to sketch. I know how to provide you with drastically different iteration. I know how to explain how things work. I'm designing complex stuff, not gigantic piece of artifact shit, you know. I'm designing something grounded, human level, and not simple, but mundane. Not some generic bullshit, you know. Generic magic crystal bullshit. I know how to sketch. I know how to make props. I have the decency to make those props dioramas to populate the scene. I have the decency to tell stories. I know how to tell a story. I can design a bit of 2D and logos and UI. I know how to explain stuff even for something as simple as a pillar. I get it that as a junior, Gaël, you are not junior, you are mid-level. Let's be honest. I get it as a junior, as an early mid-level. I'm not going to make the $1 million asset. So I have the decency to show something as simple as a pillar, and I'm going to make it as complex and rich and beautiful as possible. There's so much value in that. Look at how complex this is. This is not junior work right here. This is beautiful. You prove so much stuff with something as simple as a freaking pillar. Stop going for complex stuff like, oh my God, I need to make the gigantic tower that is the main wall building thing in my entire universe. Stop. That pillar beats every single piece of shit of a tower in the middle of nowhere. No question asked. You know the... that's from my generation, but the Salesman Stick Adventure, that simple pillar beats every single picture of that blog. The Salesman Stick Adventure. That pillar has more value than all those pictures combined. I know how to draw. I'm just going to say the subtext now with the pictures. Here is a keyframe just to prove I can make one, but I'm not spending a zillion hours. Photo batch has been made in like a day or two. I know how to draw. You don't have to worry. Again, I can give you a quick mood board. It doesn't have to be fancy. I proved before I can do a keyframe that is enough. And based off my rendering skill, you know I can render. That's fine. And I know it's not what I'm going to be paid for. This is enough. This is more than enough. If you have done something clean before, look at how many different lighting scenarios, not just color variation, but lighting scenarios there are. Look at this. This is not just color stuff, this is lighting scenarios, really mood, even some darkness and stuff. Who sketches like that? This is very FZD-like. These sketches are fire, and yeah, we can say fire right here. Level design. Explaining how things work, how to play the scene. This is valuable. Not alone as a package. I'm always saying, you know, you need to see the package that you deliver for one product, like a box of Lego. This is the fancy picture on the box of the Lego. This is the manual. Okay, this is the manual of the box of Lego. And all those things, those are the bricks. If you miss the fancy picture and you still have the bricks and the manual, you can come to that result. If you miss either the bricks or the manual, there's no way you can come with that. So this right there is bricks. This is manual. A manual doesn't have to be fancy. Look at the manual of a Lego works. It's very technical. It's to convey an idea. It's not to be fancy. Same right there. You always show manuals. You don't have the bricks. Not good. That's fine. You have proven that you can do great stuff, that you know how to draw. They will understand that this is for sketching to explain an idea. This is so important. I'm looking like a crazy guy right now, but this is so freaking important, and I need to explain. It's probably going to be the next live. I'm going to explain how we come here and how we come to the current situation of the concept art industry. Not the layoff, but the current fact that nobody knows what to do for concept art anymore. Besides maybe New Edge, Art Center, and us. And probably a few other schools that I don't know about, but those are the biggest one. And the reason is, like, I'm going to sound like a grandpa, like back in my days in 2016, you know, there were so many big names in the industry that were like the godfathers and godmothers of the industry. Guys like Bobby Chiu, Fang, Tyler Edlin. Tyler Edlin is probably the only one still remaining there. All the art center guys, like the OG art centers, like Craig Mullins, Jamie Jones, James Pake, John J. Park, Mache, even Jama before selling assets and becoming a big art director when he was doing concept art. Those people were extremely vocal, like the level up guys, like Wojtek Fus, Darek Zabroki, etc. All those people were having blogs, YouTube channels, podcasts, holding everyone by the collar and explaining, hey guys, this is what is expected from concept art. All of them, or almost all of them, vanished or quit. Mache quit the industry. Jama shifted gears, and very good for him. Mache is not there anymore. Feng, not very active, at least not very vocal. Everyone got burnt out on social media and stopped being vocal. They might be still active, but they are in the shadow. And everyone, roughly around COVID, when all of that stopped, nobody took the stick and got that responsibility passed on to them. So we lost all the knowledge and all the standards about the job. Why did they quit? Either shitstorm on the internet, criticism, or just them getting a bit older and tired of doing that. The reason do not really matter. It's just the fact that most of them quit, just like the Avatar, when we needed them the most, they vanished. And during COVID, this is where everything shifted. Everywhere, everyone and their mom started to have a mentorship during COVID because it was so lucrative and so easy to do. And we started to have so much bullshit. That's what we talked with Antonio, and that's what Antonio talked about in this video. There are way too many cowboys who did like 2 commissions for 2 people who now claim themselves as mentors. And just look at the video from Antonio, basically. Simple as that. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch Antonio's video, and then Adam does answer just after the live. I don't care. And mass layoff adding chaos and nobody to tell people what to do. You want a great book about exactly that phenomenon. Not directly that phenomenon with the layoff, but it will explain why the layoffs are so chaotic, because there's nobody to guide people. It sounds very sect-like. It's a book called Tribes by Seth Godin. We need to have a listening session of that book as an audiobook eventually with the mentorship, because it's funny. It's exactly what happened with the Artist. It's a book on how a movement starts and how leaders arise. It's never on purpose. Feng never wanted to be a leader. He said several times that he hated being considered as the godfather of the industry. It's very, very, very good book. And anyone in the Seagull gang, read that book or listen to it. It's very, very curious because the Seagull gang, that's exactly what happened. The Artness, that's exactly what happened. That book is fantastic. Everything Seth Godin is doing is great. I really love this guy's content. He's a great marketer. That's project from Gaël before the mentorship. Next, Fosco, heavy hitter. Damn. Fosco, another crazy level up. Crazy, crazy, crazy level up from you, buddy. Where is it? I've been sharing it so much. Before the mentorship, after the mentorship. Oh my God. This is nuts. Dude, you need to apply so fucking aggressively now. I don't give a crap. I want you to apply aggressively. That color sheet is gold. Absolute gold. There's so much going on in terms of storytelling, anecdotes, details. This is so good. That picture, I love it. I love that design. It's simple. It's a simple subject, just like the Pillar of Gaël, but the storytelling level with those broken swords, like the old knights of the Round Table watching over the new one. So good. Very good. Oh my God. I'm so proud of you, folks. I wish karma is not going to slap us in the face, but I think we're going to score very well. I truly believe we can score very well. I truly believe that some people will get the honorary mention, if not nominated as finalists. I truly believe it. I don't want to make gambles on names. The only weak point that we have might be quantity, because we are competing with schools who got 2 to 3 years to make a fucking portfolio, you know. The quantity is the only part where we are potentially lacking. But next year, you guys, your reposts, you're going to have so much more. Miyuki. So, disclaimer, there's a lot of work that Miyuki did prior to the mentorship. But let's still celebrate that. This is so freaking good. Miyuki, you need to apply so aggressively. You will get a job. I know, I think I remember pretty much every single interview I got with people who got in the mentorship and who are right in the rookies. I remember the interview with you. It was memorable. And you say that your work was very Asian inspired. I get it. I still believe that you can brute force through it by applying aggressively. Use the template in week 4. Start harpooning 10 studios a day, Miyuki. Right now. Do not replace work on your new portfolio with that, but harpoon 10 studios a day. Cold email. This one is monstrous. It's an absolute monstrosity right there. This is so good. Holy crap. They see that, they know you can do it. Oh no, it can get a bit messy and chaotic at times. Oh, okay, that's when you describe the thing. Okay. Could be perceived as, in terms of readability, can be messy too. So much stuff, holy crap. Speaking of wax seals, I ordered some wax seal for the art nest actually. And those blue feathers, oh my God, I'm going to buy some white feathers. Okay. I'm going to buy some white feathers for the letters for the art nest. Where is the screenshot thing? Oh my God. Okay, this is for Concept 101. There will be feathers. Oh my God, just give me a sec. Concept 101. Here we go. This is so good. Nice little illustration. Layout of the whole place. No need to draw it fancy. What else do you need? The only thing that is missing that we are working on now is gameplay. This is the only thing missing. Look at that. Miyuki, I truly believe you can be nominated at some point during the rookies. This is insane. This is insane. Night cycle, that little guy sleeping. Yeah, the gameplay is the only thing missing. So once we are done with that current chapter, which I know we started before the Gardeur studio roasting, the next thing we do is 100% about gameplay. But there is so much. And when I look at the work of some students from New Age and such, some of them, they got jobs without showing too much gameplay. Gameplay is a bonus. It's a massive bonus, don't get me wrong. This is doable. Chris, we developed so much after the mentorship. Like we did the project, then you went on your own, did a few extra informations after, and boom, so freaking good. This is insane. Hard surface nerd. This is like mechanical engineering level right here. Explain how everything works. You should try to apply also to engineering field. Kind of similar to Matthias Verasel, who got hired at SpaceX, you know? Because this goes way beyond entertainment right there. This is like potential science, you know? Like security, drone factories, things like that. You should also send your work there as a designer. Trying on that part? Boston Dynamics, yeah, Palantir, all the drone factory studios. And this is going to sound extremely cynical, but given the current state of the world, there's going to be a lot of future in that field. And a lot of money to be made. This is insane, dude. Absolutely insane. I want Marnix eventually to be able to supervise the hard surface part of the artness because I do not feel comfortable dealing with too much hard surface stuff. And there's a lot of demand for hard surface mentorship. But you could also become a great mentor, I'm pretty sure. This is so good, Chris. Best robot doggo. Sara. Oh my God, Sara. Absolute banger of drawing skills. Getting very busy with commissions at the moment. I'm so happy you are making money with commissions now and that you are super busy. Because your design skills are absolutely insane. I know the tension point is always rendering, but this is one of my favorite page ever produced at the Artnest. This is how you design weapons. None of them are similar and they are all part of the same mold at the same time. This is how you design weapons. Personality, having fun. You can get away with rendering that needs to be improved. It's not the easiest part, but it's easier than learning how to design. This is so good, Sara. I'm so happy. So proud of you. And you have been working so hard on that and the rendering. I've seen what you do, what you're doing for commissions. You are leveling up a lot for the rendering. Do you have some commissions on ArtStation? Mobile Press, here we go. Rendering is getting better and better. There's so much value in those. I wish you showed those on the rookies. It would have been great. This is so good, Sara. You know to design, you have done the hardest part. I know it's frustrating because I know how hard you have been working on rendering, but this is so good. You're extremely, extremely talented. You're going to become a mentor eventually. We're going to take you under our wings as part of the mentors crew eventually. Matt, high expectations for you too. Start applying, by the way. Start applying aggressively. Here we go. So much stuff being done. The Seagull Gang cult leader right here. Beautiful spacing, beautiful UI. So much content. Just need to ask for feedback a bit more, Matt. Even though you are super autonomous, you technically barely need mine anymore, but I want to keep my promise with you, you know? So good. So freaking good. Oh my God. Here's a fake screenshot, very Bloodborne inspired. Fighting reactions. Character selection screen. Fake screenshots. Fake UI. Little surprise. Here we go. Boom. When you purchase something. Cool NPCs. This is very good, Matt. Next, Venti, newcomer. Oh my God. You've been producing a lot of stuff, dude. I mean, in the short amount of time that you've been there, you've been producing a lot of stuff, and I have very high expectations for you. I know that sometimes I'm a bit barking at you regarding the feedback and the DMs, but I have expectations for you, man. Like 6 months from now, a year from now, you're set, dude. You're set. Mood visuals. This is not a promise, but I truly believe it. Like the rendering design is phenomenal. And you're so young, dude. You're so fucking young. Don't know what to say. This is good. It's a bit short. We talked about that. But I tagged you to participate, so I still abide by that. Participate just for the sake of participating. Next year, you're going to win something. If you keep going at that, next year, boom, you're going to be nominated for something. Gretty. Very good work too. That has been corrected in between. Pretty impressive level up. Pretty good. I still need to send you a little something. Just wait a few more weeks, please. So the new hoodies are there. And I'm sending you a little package, as promised a long time ago. I have not forgotten. Just wait a few more weeks by the summer. This is good. Oh my God. We're going to focus heavily on gameplay and grounded stuff for the next portfolio. It's going to be perfect. Very good. Very good. Alex, you know, treating mentees, it's a bit like when you're a parent and you are being asked about your favorite child. Alex, you've been mentee of the year 2024. I have extremely high expectations for you at the Rookies. I don't want karma to slap you in the face. I think you can go very far. Once you are done with that project, hopefully soon, back to applying. Oh my God. You've been improving so much with the new mentorship you have been doing. It's been complementing what we have been laying out so well. I'm so happy with that. I'm not here to take full credit. Like, this has been done with another mentor, but built upon what we did, and I'm so happy. Seeing you having you have been leveling up so much when joining, and then with that secondary mentor, you have been moving to an even more advanced state. I'm so happy with that. Look at that. Look at how complex this is. That door, holy shit. And I know that the people at Mood love your work. They really, really liked your work. Get in touch with them, wink, wink. Oh my God. Every time you sent an update in the mentorship, it was like 10 different pictures. It was like a truckload of updates. This is so good right here. Mechanism right there. This is so freaking good. I would love to see a call out on how it exactly works right there. This is so good. It's like a funiculaire, but for boats. So many iterations. And then what we did in the mentorship. And the evolution is massive again. I'm so happy. You keep on growing every month. That's so cool. Yep, the idea of Atlas holding the sphere right here to balance the thing is great. I've been showing these a zillion times already. Everyone knows them, but I still love that picture too with the cat. When in doubt, always add a cat. More walls. There's so much design. Like this is pure design. This is a portfolio of pure design. I have very high expectations for you, Alex. Very high for the mentees, for the rookies, sorry, and even for the jobs. I know it's tough. I know you are working very hard on the interview part, and we need to get into a call eventually to train that again. But those benches live in your mind rent-free? Me too. That boat, oh my God, I love it. Yeah, we see the full boat like that. That's amazing. Do you realize the patience it takes to make something like this? The amount of patience. That's what we are doing at the Art Nest, you know. The hardest part of the mentorship is not the 5 weeks. It's to do the work after. That's what Antonio talked about in the videos. And that's why I'm so hardcore on the filtering. Even recently, I got someone who I gave him the preparatory module. I gave him the preparatory module because I was feeling bad refusing the person. Illustrator, did a few commissions for Magic, but in a very specific style that I'm not comfortable at all, which is comic book style. Wanted to join the mentorship. We've been in touch 2 years ago, the very beginning of it. And 2 years ago, I would have probably taken him. But now we are so focused on production and concept art, and he was so focused on illustration and this kind of comic book style that I was like, I know you're a professional, but I don't feel comfortable. He wanted to pay full price, and I was like, I don't think that you will get the full value of the mentorship like someone focused on concept art will do. Some people focusing on illustration that are more conventional, like Magic the Gathering or Baldur's Gate or things like that, okay, but comic book style, I was not comfortable with that. And why is that? Because comic book is so specific. Concept art, comic book style, we can deal with that. Like Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, sure, no problem. Or Darksiders, Wayfinder, sure, we can. But card game illustration plus comic book, I was not feeling it. We could have tinkered something, but it would have not have been as valuable as regular concept art. So yes, sometimes you have to have a bit of mental fortitude to refuse that. But yeah, filtering is so important. Yeah, different skill sets required. Exactly. That person would have needed to do a mentorship with the art director of Darksiders or Wayfinder. That would have been better. But I gave him the preparatory module free. I don't care. Because this person is nice. And it's just that I did not feel qualified to do that, but I wanted to help, you know. But Alex, I have so high expectations for you. Thank you for the shout out. Let's see in a few weeks. Jesse, pre-short portfolio, massive level up too. We need a bit more, of course. But next year, you're going to have a lot of stuff. But that character design right there is great. Get me wrong, it's great. This design is working like really well. You just need everything. I know you are a parent, you have kids, you have other priorities, so time management is a bit of a difficult. Why? Not as good. Would have needed a bit more polish, Jesse. Would have needed the verification. We could have talked about that and fixed that in a few hours. Come on. Axel. Another heavyweight alongside Matt, Gaël, Chloe, Alex, Jess, Lucas. There's a reason you are a mentor now in the Art Nest. Because that project is amazing, dude. Oh my God. We've been talking about it. I've been showing it a zillion times live, so I don't have much more to add. How many likes do you have now? I'm showing your work constantly during the calls for environment design. Constantly. 1.5k followers. Been trending on ArtStation for a zillion time. Almost 2k likes on that project. 1.6 thousand likes in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. You got 1,000 likes in less than 24 hours, if I recall correctly. This was insane. Insane. We are building some savages here. And now the savages are mentoring more savages. This is concept art right here. 1,000 likes in 24 hours. David K is sharing that picture with some people while being an art director. I've been noticing that your picture have been shared by like Tyler Edlin in his YouTube videos and also by Mark Molnar in some of his free tutorials. Absolute massive work. You even had the audacity to make a fucking video with sound. Oh my God. The audacity, you know. Who does that as a concept artist? Got it in front of some VC people? Holy shit. Once your PC is repaired, Dave, we need to talk. I'm having a big car ride tomorrow, so I won't be available tonight. But yeah, next week, for sure. Once your PC is back. Boom, this is how you do concept art. This is how you plan a level. Oh my God. There's so much information. Those pictures those little fake screenshots, these beat keyframes all the time. You convey so much more information that are useful, not just flexing your skill. The thing that I don't like with keyframe for the sake of keyframe, it's egotistical. It's an ego trip. It's like, look at how well I can press render. Look at how well I can make that picture. Please say I'm good. Say that I'm strong. I want the recognition of the peers. I want a big name to say epic shit bro on outstation. Please notice me senpai. To me, this screams ego and insecurities. This screams I am a team player. And at the same time, I'm rendering extremely well. Press F in the chat here. Axel is learning Unreal at the moment. And you're going to become very good at it. There's so much. Yes! Nice! Seagull! Very good. Let's have fun. We need to have fun when doing those, you know. Stefan, I hope you will get accepted in the rookies because we did the math and you are very close to a year of experience. So it's going to depend on the jury. You have roughly 1 year of experience combined, but stacked over 2 years. So I don't know the jury is going to consider that. But if you are accepted, you're going to steamroll the competition, dude. You're going to steamroll the competition so much. Look at that. Figures are the new cuckoos, yeah. When is, oh my God, this is dangerous, what I'm going to say. When is the first seagull tattoo going to happen? This is not an incentive to do it. But just like for NFTs, I'm pretty sure at some point it's going to happen with someone. Or the first Outness tattoo. I don't know how I will feel if someone sends me an Outness tattoo at some point. But damn, this is insane. The Outness tattoo. I have a weird relationship with tattoos. I don't have tattoos. I don't feel comfortable with them, but at the same time, sometimes it's cool, you know. Temporary tattoos you can hand out at events. Deal. Deal. I will have some stamps. Already I'm going to stamp the face and the hands of everyone. Like everyone will have like an owl stamp on the face or on the hand or some one way or the other. But temporary tattoos, I need to verify because I got an occurrence in my family of a very bad allergy to one of those. So I'm a bit scared about those. But ink stamp, sure. Like on the face. Oh my God. Stefan, if you are allowed in it, you're going to hit very hard the competition. There's no wonder you're working at Chromatic now. Freaking Chromatic Studios. What else? That's it, folks. Can we have in the chat a big sending your energy vibe to the mentees? Can we conjure luck and good fortune and success to everyone? Spirit bomb. Can we? Can everyone act like that? Be like with Goku when the entire people of Earth send your energy. Can we do that, please? Just like Dave wrote in the chat, can we send our energy to everyone, please? Because I think we can be some strong contenders. I really think we can make it. I really think we can disrupt the industry with that. That's the goal of the rookies, is really to disrupt schools. And if we score very well, let's say we store just in top 5 worldwide, which I think we can achieve. Again, please, karma, don't hit me in the face. I think we have what it takes to reach top 3 in the world. Maybe top 2. Number 1, New Age. At least the previous rookie. Number 1, New Age. Number 2, Outside for stylized work. Number 3, I don't even recall the name, but it was not glorious. At least in my opinion. I know we can reach it. I really know. Top 10. If we don't reach top 10, it means that we fucked up somewhere and it's going to be my fault. And it's not going to be your portfolio, folks. It's going to be something else. I don't know what, but it means that we fucked up somewhere. That I fucked up somewhere. So I don't want to announce the number, but I know we can disrupt the industry. Let's imagine we arrive in the top 5. You can count on me to write as many posts as possible. Like, okay, I'm a kid in pajamas running a mentorship on my own at 1/10 of the price of an art school. And in 1/5 of the time that people spend in an art school, we are getting better result than you. We are 10 times cheaper, 5 times faster, better. We got more results. We have a better community. We don't have weird stories that we hear from certain art schools. And we can do that from all across the world, so you don't have to move to an expensive city. Schools, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Because you are literally robbing kids from their dreams and money and time. And this is criminal. And the only reason you can get away with that is because nobody is holding proper standards publicly about what is expected in the job and in the industry. And this is the only reason you can get away with that. I'm not placing New Age and the good schools in that, but all the other crappy schools, burn in hell. Burn in hell. I don't care. Price of the mentorship for September, it's 2,800 euros. Beyond that, I don't know. My mentor is kicking me in the ass, telling me it's not expensive enough. Especially with the lifetime thing, the potential agency coming that everyone is going to get. It's hard to quantify. So 2,800 for September. For October, it's likely to improve for anyone but those potentially coming from Concept 101. But I don't know. I don't want to speak about it. And it's still 1/10 of the price of an art school. I know it's an investment, folks. Don't get me wrong. And I'm saying that all the time in the calls. I'm not even trying to sell. Like, I'm just giving infos, giving the price, answering question. It's sold out all the time. So no need to do fake marketing or whatever. You've seen the result today, sorry. Hopefully we're going to see them at the rookies. But that's it. Enough rambling. I'm going to end the live. See you on the Discord in like 3 minutes to watch the Antonio's video and then the answer by Adam. And I hope that the stream was useful, instructive. It was more of a relax and react stream today. I'm going to share the link of everyone in the announcement a bit later tonight. Probably I'm going to tag and add everyone. So if you want to cheer them up and share that, do it. And you can count on me to make one dedicated post per student on LinkedIn in the next weeks. I'm going to schedule that on Buffer, which is the app I use to schedule my post on LinkedIn. I've not been very active in the last 2 weeks on LinkedIn because I'm planning Concept 101. That's it, folks. I truly hope you enjoyed the live. Talk to you soon. Links for mentorship, Discord, blah, 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 down below. See you on Discord in 5 minutes. Bye.